When you're staring at a power outage forecast and wondering whether a whole house generator is worth the upfront cost, the hesitation is real. You're weighing the peace of mind of never being left in the dark against a hefty purchase that might sit idle for most of the year. That's exactly why I'm breaking this down the way a homeowner would. No hype, just the facts that matter when you decide if this is the right fit for your life. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First, let's talk about what a 22 kilowatts home generator actually does for a typical house. In a suburban 3-bedroom home with central air, a dishwasher, a few plug-in devices, and a well pump, you're looking at roughly 15 to 18 kilowatts of running load. That means a 22 kilowatts unit can handle everything you need on a continuous basis, plus a little headroom for the occasional electric oven or electric vehicle charger. The Generac Guardian is designed to sit outside, connect to a dedicated transfer switch, and flip on automatically the moment the grid goes down. It's not a portable trailer you have to haul out, it's a permanent installation that becomes part of your home's electrical backbone. Now, the first thing many people worry about is the installation process. The Guardian advertises easy installation, and that's not just marketing speak. The unit arrives pre-wired for a compatible Generac transfer switch, and the installation guide walks a qualified electrician through the steps in a straightforward way. You won't be digging a trench for a fuel line yourself. This model runs on natural gas, so you tap into the existing gas line, which most homes already have for heating. That said, you still need a professional to handle the electrical work, and the cost of labor can easily run into a few $100s. If you were hoping to set it up yourself to save money, you'll be disappointed. The easy part is about the design, not the DIY factor. One of the standout practical strengths is the Wi-Fi monitoring system. Once the generator is up and running, you can check its status from your phone, whether you're at work, on a vacation, or stuck in a coffee shop. The app tells you whether the unit is charging, if it's currently supplying power, and it even sends alerts if something goes wrong. In real life, that means you won't have to drive back home in the middle of a storm to see if the generator is humming. I've seen homeowners miss a power outage entirely because the generator never started, and the app would have flagged that problem before they realized they were in the dark. So the remote monitoring adds a genuine layer of reassurance, especially if you have a second property or a seasonal home. On the downside, the remote monitoring requires a stable internet connection and a subscription to keep the cloud service active after the first year. If your Wi-Fi goes out during a storm, the app can't talk to the generator, but the unit itself will still operate as intended, just without the convenience of status updates. For most users that isn't a deal breaker, but it's something to note if you're counting on constant connectivity for troubleshooting. Another practical consideration is fuel consumption. A 22 kilowatts generator running at half load will burn roughly 0.8 gallons of natural gas per hour. That translates to about 9,000 BTU, which is comparable to a small furnace. Over a long outage, you'll see a noticeable uptick on your gas bill, but it's still cheaper than running a diesel or propane generator at the same output. If you live in an area where natural gas is pricey, you'll want to factor that ongoing cost into the total value proposition. Let's talk about who actually benefits from this size of generator. If you have a home office with multiple monitors, a home-based business that relies on internet routers, a medical device that can't lose power, or simply want the comfort of central air during a summer storm, the Guardian's whole house coverage makes sense. It eliminates the need to prioritize circuits. Everything from the refrigerator to the well pump stays online automatically. That convenience is a tangible quality of life upgrade for families who can't afford to lose food, heat, or essential health equipment. On the flip side, if you're a renter, live in a small condo, or your household can comfortably run on a smaller inverter or a portable generator, the 22 kilowatts capacity is overkill. You'd be paying for power you'll never use, and the installation cost could outweigh the peace of mind you gain. Likewise, if your home already has a 10 kilowatts backup system that covers your essential loads, upgrading to a 22 kilowatts unit may not be necessary unless you plan to add hydro appliances like an electric vehicle charger or a large workshop. The long-term assurance claim isn't just a buzzword. Generac backs this model with a 5-year limited warranty on the engine and a 10-year warranty on the powertrain. In practice, that means you have a safety net if the internal components wear out faster than expected. However,